I can literally allegedly point out to one of the dudes and he can do a money spread with all of the binders that he allegedly has. Like, what are we talking about? Anyway. Hey guys, just want to give a quick disclaimer. I know the video may come off as a bit mean-spirited or something like that towards the end, but I want you guys to know that I have no genuine animosity or any harsh feelings or harsh words for any of the tournament organizers or staff who personally handled the event. I just felt as if the whole thing could have been ran a little bit more efficiently, but I've never ran an event at such a large scale. I have participated in event organization for about 6-7 years back when I was in about middle school through college, so I do know the ins and outs of what it takes to put a piece of production into the work and stuff like that. And I also know it's very difficult just to get 5 people to show up to meet up at a movie, you know, to get 5 people out the group chat. So hats off to the organizers. They did everything they could, but you know, I still have my inconveniences and my complaints that I want to get off my chest. So it is what it is. What's up, y'all? TCG here, back with another video. And today I want to talk about my experience at Bandai Card Fest Orlando 2025. So first, let's talk about the positives, right? It was a pretty big venue. It was held at like the Orlando Citrus Convention Center or something like that. It had something to do with oranges, and it was a convention center, and it was in Orlando. That's pretty much all I can tell you. But like the initial part of it, once you got in for like general admission, it felt a little bit like hollow and spacious. There was this neat little like Gundam. There was this really cool Gundam statue actually, right as soon as you get in. That I thought was great, but there were a pretty good amount of exhibits for you guys to check out as part of general entry. The event area was pretty much divided into 2 sections. You had like the table play area and then the convention area. The table play area had like tables for the main event as well as the side events and pods that you could sign up for throughout the days and play in. And then like that area was also split into another half in which like all of the finals were held as well for like all of their games in the same venue on the same days. So it was pretty interesting to see that. And then the convention area had like a demo section. It had a line for you to buy products for retail. It even had a line for you to buy stuff in the Gundam store, where they had little gun plug kits and miniatures and figures that you could get and purchase and put together. They also like towards like the far side of the convention area had a stage area, and that was low-key like the highlight of my trip at that convention, where it was you could watch the live finals between each game. So you could watch like the Union Arena finals and Digimon finals, and you know what I came there for, the One Piece finals. And it was really cool seeing Clyde, Cross, and Jonas like on the stage playing, and low-key it was kind of a you had to be there type of moment. So I was really happy to see that and see, you know, Cross win, you know, the whole thing. Spoilers.
The day took his time, made the right moves, got himself the win from a 0-1 to 2-1 win situation, and now in what could be potentially the last turn of the North American finals, you can't expect anything else but calm and poise and steady management to the deck from Michael Momofa. And it's almost time. The attack comes through.
15K with leader.
That's a lot. That is a lot of counter required.
And
that's it.
All right, so now that we're done with like the positive stuff, let's get what you all really came here for, the negatives. What went wrong, what they could have done better, how we really experienced Bandai Card Fest, or as I like to say it, Bandai Line Fest. The entire thing just felt like you were just waiting for something. Whether that be waiting to sign up for side events, waiting to play in side events, waiting to purchase product, waiting to open product, waiting to purchase more product, waiting to play with product, waiting. You know, you kind of get where I'm going with this, right? No one knew that you had to make an appointment to buy product, so we were waiting in line to buy product, and then we got to the front and they were like, yeah, no, you guys got to go wait in that other line over there to make an appointment so that you can come back to this line at a different time and buy product. And I was like, bro, what? We found out that the appointments for product for Saturday were pretty much booked up until like 6 p.m. and we didn't want to be there till 6 unless, you know, our boy made it through Swiss. Another line they had was like the scavenger hunt line. This one wasn't so, oh no, I'm not gonna know. It was actually bad because the scavenger hunt line, when I first seen it, it genuinely wrapped from like the convention stage area all the way to the play tables area. And for those who were there, you know how long that line was. And you can attest to see like, yo, bro, I thought it was a line to buy product. No, it was a line to get free stuff. And I'm like, I kind of get it. Free stuff is free stuff. The one thing that I did really like about the scavenger hunt line was that like at the end when you redeemed for your prizes, they punched a hole in your badge, showing that you're able to redeem your prizes, which is something I wish that they did for the retail line, because word on the street is allegedly people were people were purchasing product above the limit. So like they would go in line, get their product, put a hoodie on, go in line again, or go to a different cashier, buy more product, this, that, and the third. And the way it was set up was allocation was meant to be like one of each item and then like 2 of like booster boxes or whatever that you can purchase, right? So you had people allegedly with like 6 of the like binders, the leader binders that they were having and selling for $15, which like in the secondhand market they go for like $100 each. So allegedly we have people out here with like 8 of these binders walking around, and then when you press the retail stuff about it, like,
nah, we don't do that over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm like, sis, what are you talking about? I can literally allegedly point out to one of the dudes and he can do a money spread with all of the binders that he allegedly has. Like, what are we talking about? Anyway, the worst part about it though, the worst / longest line at Bandai Line Fest was the LCQ waitlist line, right? And you can say, hey, Dark Show, why didn't you buy your ticket for the LCQ online? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? I'm a winner, okay? And winners, we don't like to plan ahead, all right? We plan for the now. By the time the LCQ line tickets and stuff like that went out, I was grinding for Dallas, my Dallas regional, the last regional we had before the LCQ. I'm like, nah, I'm getting this invite. I don't need to buy a ticket. Never mind the fact that I went X4 and I dropped. I still I had my mind in the right place, you know? Anyway, a bunch of the guys from my team were like, yeah, we're just gonna waitlist it. We've waitlisted before, and they did, and a few of my friends / teammates did waitlist in Dallas, and it was a smooth experience. While camping out in like 30-degree weather at 2 in the morning was garbage for them. I didn't camp out. I bought my ticket early. I know there's irony somewhere in there. So before we even get into the line, a few days we get an email saying that, like, because we bought waitlist tickets, not bought, but we signed up for waitlist tickets online for the LCQ on like the ticket website, and a few days prior to the event we get an email saying that we've been dropped from the waitlist. So I'm panicking. I'm like, yo bro, what's happening, dog? Like, they just dropped me from the waitlist. Can I not waitlist? Around the same time they say, hey, you know, just look out on the Discord, the tournament organizers Discord, and they're gonna give you instructions on what to do for the in-person waitlist / like what's going on. So we're like, oh, okay, bet. So we check the Discord every now and then, no updates in regards to the in-person waitlist for a few days, and you know, the time to go to the event is coming up. So the Thursday that we are heading up to the event, while we're freshly landing in Orlando, we finally get the notification / the announcement / the instructions like the night before, and it basically says that, like, hey, you guys can't camp outside the line. No line formed will be honored. Everyone must be orderly and no cutting and this, that, and the third, and all that other stuff. And we're like, okay, cool. We kind of get it, you know. Camping out it kind of negates everyone from getting a fair chance at lining up and getting it. So we're like, okay, cool. The announcement also said that security at the venue was instructed to kick people out prior to 7:30 when the registration doors opened for the LCQ waitlist. So we were thinking, okay, if we go in at 7:30 or, you know, prior to 7:30 and camp out, we'll get kicked out and have to, or not attend the event, or we'll have to like get our way back in when the doors open. Some of the guys get there mad early at like 5 in the morning. They're like, hey, there's people here camping. We're like, no, but the announcement. They're like, nah, they're camping and there's a decent amount. So we see that, and mind you, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. So we're like, all right, you know what, let's jump up, let's spring into action, because the original plan was to leave at like 6:30 because we were like 20 minutes away from the event. But we get up at like 5 in the morning, leave the house by like 5:30. We, you know, clean ourselves, shower, brush our teeth, all that, get ready or whatever. It's like we get a quick breakfast and then we head over. We get over there, there's like a decent 80 to 100 people crowded outside the door. And as I'm walking in, I see security on one of those like mall cop scooters, those little Segways. I see a security dude pull up, and he's like going, and I'm like, okay, boom. So he's about to kick him out, but you know, he passed right by us. Probably because we're just like walking in. I don't know, it was weird. But I'm like, okay, boom. He's about to kick him out, tell him stop crowding the door or whatever. He pulls up, stares at him for a little bit, gets on his walkie-talkie. I can't hear what he says. I can't hear what the walkie-talkie says, and he skirts away. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Maybe he just went to, like, you know, report it to someone who's higher up on the chain, right? Get this sorted out. Get these hoodlums out of here. And you know, me and a few of the people that like came late, like in my group, were like, let's wait off to the side. Let's wait like a room away from this large clump, so that we don't get kicked out when they kick people out. Because, you know, we like to listen to the event organizers, right? We want to listen to the tournament organizers and believe them when they say if they do something, they'll do it. Surely they'll honor their word, right? Anyway, this clump exists. 3 more security guards pass by. They don't say anything to the clump or anything like that. So we're like, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. We decide to clump up too, but we're at the back end. We're at the tail end. Until 7:45 or whatever, 15 minutes after they say the doors open, the first judge gets there, and they're like,
okay, I'm gonna need everyone to back up a little bit so that we, you know, get behind this sign so that we can start getting people in.
Getting people in? You mean in this large clump of people in this line that wasn't supposed to be honored? You're gonna honor that line and just let people funnel in? Okay, cool. So me being at the back of the clump, I'm already pissed that, like, you know, we were told that, you know, this wouldn't happen, and it happened anyway. And they gave up trying to remedy that situation. So they just funneled everybody into this registration door, had everyone line up in like a zigzag formation in that room. And then they extended the line all the way out towards like general entry and general admission, in like this long hall to get us organized and have us wait in another line so that we can get registered. So they had us in a clump, and then they organized us into a line, and we're like, okay, whatever. We were like, all right. So we were like in the middle of the line. Half of my teammates, or a decent amount of my teammates, were at the front because they didn't want to listen to the TO. Good on them. And the other half of the team was like towards the middle of the line. We were like 150 people out, 125 people out. We were like, okay, depending on how high this cap is, you know, we might be able to squeeze in just at the tail end, right? And by this time, it's about 8 in the morning. The tournament is supposed to start at 10:30. It's Friday morning. We've been there since about 6 in the morning. The tournament's supposed to start at 10:30. And then around the time when we finally get into this line, it's about 8 in the morning. So we're like, okay, cool. The tournament starts at 10:30. It's 8 right now. They're gonna, you know, sort out this line and get everybody moving. The line does not start moving until 9:45 a.m. We stand in the line for about 2 hours in the same place before it starts moving. And then prior to that, we've only received 2 communications. The first communication being anyone who cuts the line or gets caught line cutting or holding spots or whatever that is, everyone involved will just get kicked out the line and forced to go home. Second communication that comes about an hour later, where they get one judge, one singular individual. They give him a laptop and they're saying, hey, bring out your Bandai codes. We're going to register everybody for this wait list so that you can just submit your deck list, and then we can get you guys checked in once you get to like the next segment, the next portion of the registration process. So like, okay, cool, progress. The one guy comes through, scans everybody in like 45 minutes, and then we all get to submit our deck list. And we're like, okay, cool. No, you know, this is progress. This is progress. Mind you, the line still hasn't moved. Anyway, after that second communication, he scans everybody. We're like, okay, they scanned everybody. Everybody has their deck list. And they say we have until 10 a.m. to submit our deck lists. At this time, it's about like 9:30 or whatever. So we start submitting our deck lists, and then the line still doesn't move. Then at about 9:45, the line starts moving. We're like, okay, woo, let's go, let's get it. Because we've been sitting there for hours at this point. They're taking people out in like smaller batches. And we're like, that's interesting. That's kind of weird. Maybe they're like registering people in like batches and then sending them out, because that would be like the thing that makes sense, right? You have like 4 or 5 people with laptops and scanners getting ready to submit people, and then just, okay, boop, 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 next, scan 5 people next, scan 5 people next, check your count or whatever. We finally get into the room, the little registration room that they funneled everybody into and funneled everybody out of. And then as soon as we get into that room, they make their like 3rd communication of the morning. Just because you get into this room, you're not guaranteed a spot in this LCQ. And everyone outside, you guys are definitely not getting into this LCQ. And that's not exactly how they said it, but that's genuinely the energy it gave off. It was like, yeah, you guys are coping on the outside, but people still decided to wait in line. They were like, you know what, we ball. And I was kind of with them, because I was like in the middle of the room in like the halfway section. So I'm like, once again, maybe we could squeeze in, maybe we have hope. And we're there, we're noticing that like there's nobody in the room scanning / registering people for the wait list for the event. So we're thinking, so wait, they're taking 8 to 10 people out at a time to have them go to like another line or another booth to then register. So we're thinking, okay, maybe they're like updating their count and they're trying to figure out, you know, how much space do they really have. I was talking to this one dude in front of me, and he was like, you know how when you go to a local and everyone who signed up on the app is there already, but you have people who are signed up on the app and they aren't there yet, so you kind of got to push it back until they get there. And then you have people who are like not signed up, and then they come in anyway, and you try to get them in anyway. It was kind of like that situation. And then at this point, while we're in the room, it's way past 10:30. It's like 10:45 going on 11. So we're like, okay, bro, your event was supposed to fire at 10:30, meaning you guys are behind schedule. You're probably waiting on people who are registered but haven't shown, and you're deciding whether to drop them or not, when genuinely you should just drop people who haven't shown up at this point. Because it's like, you buy your ticket, you don't show up, why are we postponing / waiting for you? People, like, some people are saying, oh, it's a courtesy or whatever, but like, you are being discourteous to the people who are here already. And at this point, everyone's just tired, bro. We've been standing / sitting / walking for like 5 hours at this point, you know, some even longer. They may have been in the venue since 4. We've been there since 6. It's almost 12, 5-6 hours, bro. At this point, we're kind of just like, yo, just tell us there's no more space, bro. Rip the band-aid off, man. We get our final communication from the TO. They walk in, they're like, hey guys, at this moment we have reached the capacity limit of 512 players. Sorry for those who can't get in. I don't even remember if they apologized or not, but let's say that they did. Sorry for those who couldn't get in, but you may now please exit the building. And honestly, I applauded. I was like, bro, I'm tired. I want to go home. I want to go sleep. I want to go play test. You know, give my teammates some experience, the ones who actually got in like the event and the LCQ. Because that Friday, there was nothing happening aside from LCQ. So that you couldn't even like get general entry or anything like that. So, but if I were to just give my closing thoughts and how I felt about the event as a whole, while like the playing in the finals felt great, not playing in the finals, watching the finals felt great. Seeing these players that, you know, I occasionally speak to and you know, share the game with, accomplish these things, you know, just got me really motivated to play. Definitely the amount of waiting and miscommunications and lack of communications put a damper on the experience. I think next time I'll be more prepared. Hopefully I'll buy a ticket, but it doesn't look like, unless I have like a main event invite or a guaranteed LCQ ticket, I don't think I'm going to another one, honestly. It doesn't look like it's the thing for me. I just go there, spend money, pick up this cool free hat. But it doesn't look like, unless I get my invite, that I'll be going to another BCF, man. But don't let me stop you guys from living your dreams and waiting in your lines. You know, some people like waiting in lines. You know, that's their thing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to come more content like this. That's gonna be it for me. You guys have a good one. Peace.